we're going to be doing the unboxing of the Hygger Aquarium Inverter Wave Maker Pump HG042. This pump comes in two different colors, blue and gray. Comes with the instructions, the controller. With the controller, you have the 3-pin, which goes to the pump head or the power head. And this is your input power from your controller box. Gives you an enemy guard that you get to put around the pump. The actual power head itself. This seems to be for the controller. Put it on the back of the controller and then adhere it to your control panel or the inside of your aquarium display box. Nice, so that's it. So here's your power adapter. So power adapter will get plugged right into here. I did test it since I did purchase two, and this is the second one that's going to go into my tank. With this thing plugged into power, if you push it in or pull it out, there isn't spark, but it's never a good idea to remove power that way, right? You're removing the actual power that's feeding the controller. And if you don't do that to your computer or any of your electronics, the best way to do it is to unplug it from here. Additionally, you would plug your power head into the controller, and if you pay attention to the pin location, it has a little notch, so you can only enter it one way. Make sure the O-ring's there, so in case if there is any instance where you have any water drips, that you'll be able to protect it. On top, on the actual plug itself, there's two arrows which say YB, and they point at each other. Makes it easy for you to be able to put it together. Screw this on so that way the O-ring does compress and makes a seal. And that's it. There you got it. I have 19mm glass. The magnet is pretty strong when you're looking at it like this, when you're playing with it directly. But when you actually put it on the glass, there's a little bit of play. But once the pump is on, it's not going anywhere, right? This is just additional securement. So the pump is actually pushing up against the glass. And in the case that when it does go into reverse and it's reverse thrusting, it may try to pull out a little bit, but the magnets are not going to let it go anywhere. Now on a controller, very simple. Starting from the left to the right, you have the light sensor. That light sensor, what it does is allows for the controller itself to switch between daylight mode and nighttime mode. You can disable that through pressing the FL/light mode. Press and hold it, and you'll see on the top right, it'll take that away. But I'll go through that with my review of the product. So mode button, you have 6 modes. First mode is constant. Second mode is on, off, slowly ramping. So that's what you would use for wave simulation. To me, M2 has the best adjustment in that you press the FL light button that will allow you to adjust the gear setting, which is 1 to 20. And the gear setting is actually how fast the pump's going to go, how much water you're going to move. So gear sets your intensity, amplitude, and the frequency or the hertz is actually setting between 1 and 99. And that gives you the spacing, right? So how fast is it going to ramp up? Uh, so if you have it at 20 gears and you have it at 1 on frequency, it's going to be on, off, real quick cycling. If in the inverse, if you have it at gear 1, frequency 99, it's going to use its minimum speed and it's going to spread it across a long time. So it depends on how you want those waves to look. M2 is probably going to be your best bet. Start at your lowest settings and work your way up. I would start at gear 1, frequency at 99, bring your frequency down from 99 down to 1. And if you hit 1, then just go back up to gear 2, 99, and work your way backwards. It's important to understand that when you are adjusting gear or frequency, you're going to see a little arrow right next to the number, and that number or that arrow is going to point to the right if you're increasing, point to the left if you're decreasing. I already talked about the light function. So to enable or disable the light sensor, and Wi-Fi and feed. So Wi-Fi, you would use it if you're in mode 3 or 4. Mode 3 would be the same as mode 2, where you're able to adjust the how fast and the intervals. Mode 3, it's just on and off with 2 pumps. So if you have 1 pump, you wouldn't be using mode 3. Mode 4, you're able to adjust it just using the frequency. So the higher the number, the closer you are to the 99, the faster it's going to go. You can't control the intervals in between. Mode 5, it's random, does whatever it wants, but you set the frequency to whatever the maximum you want. So if you have it at 50, the highest it'll go is 50. It'll go anywhere in between 1 and 50 or 1 and 99, whatever you set that to. Mode 6 is on, off, on, off. If you set it to 50 or you set it to 25 or you set it to 75 or 99, the fastest it'll go is whatever you set this frequency to. So it'll go from off to on. So let's use 50. It'll go on, off to 50, 50 down back to off, then back to 50, so on and so forth. So I'll keep you guys posted on what I think here in probably a month, and then I'll come back at the 1-year review just as I did with the other Powerhead. Thanks for stopping by.